Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am back. I have finished the Christmas 1933 journal. I hope you guys have checked out the other ladies that are making journals using my Christmas 1933 digital and whatever other digitals they would like to use. Before I forget, I'm going to say hugs and blessings to Annette, Diana, Celeste, and a huge super thanks to Mr. and Mrs. Helms. You guys are so sweet to me and giving me the little super thanks tip, and I just really appreciate that. So I wanted to say that before we got started, because sometimes I get a little, rambunctious here. So as I've said, this journal is spoken for. But it was so fun doing the collaboration with Carol, Nancy, Linda, and Mitzie. I mean, it's just been a blast. And they have done such amazing things with their journals. So I really hope that you guys are checking them out. I know many of you have said you are. So thank you for that. It's just been a lot of fun to see what they're up to. So this journal is a old statistics book is what the green is, and then I just put some ticking on the side here. I've added another old book to the front as the topper, and then just decorated it up with some all kinds of Christmassy type goodies. I added this not too long ago, the St. Nicholas, because I found that in my junk, so I got it out and put it there. And then I have jingle bells here. These are the only jingle bells, so if it drives you nuts, you can take this off and be done with it. I just tied them onto some string, and then I have this little jingle bell on a bulb pin with a pine cone, and you have to take this off first. So if that also drives you nuts, you can, put this anywhere else. You could hang it off of something else in the journal if you'd like to. I liked the jingle bells on the front there with Santa. I just think that's fun. And then this is just some green twine that I thought would be fun with the jingle bells and have the green and red theme continued. So we go into the journal and we have a pocket here, and this is one of my pockets that's in the Christmas 1933 digital download. And so is this tag. The little people that I've added, those are from my Kids at Christmas digital, and it's just got, I think, 4 pages of the kids, and there's one Santa in there. I think it's this Santa that's in that kit. And then there's some background pages as well. So that's that. So then we have the Christmas 1933. And this, I think that's in my Victorian Christmas digital, that lace. I just wanted, some plain backgrounds, and then some dyed green paper there. And then here we have a journaling card. Well, pretty much everything's stitched around. I mean, like these little tags aren't, but there's 2 little cute tags here. I actually made this for one of my 50 stack challenges. And then this is all just fun paper that you can use somewhere else in the journal. So, and then we go here. Oh, I stole this idea from you, Nancy. I love this. This is that double-sided tape. It's usually red. I don't know where mine is. You can probably hear my voice going back and forth looking for it. But anyway, it's the double-sided tape, and then you just sprinkle very fine glitter on it, kind of pat it a little bit, clean off the glitter, which does glitter ever really get cleaned off? Anyway, I stole that idea from Nancy. Great idea, super fun. And then here we have one of the images from my Watercolor Christmas. I just love that. And then it's just a little, I left it open as a little pocket, and there's a little journaling card there. So that's fun. And this is old, I think it's either, it's crochet. Okay, crochet directions. This is it in the Kids at Christmas digital, and that's from my all-in-one blue winter, or all-in-one winter journal is what that's from. This is the Victorian Christmas. And then there's this old vintage card And you can lift this up and write in here. That's why I liked the idea of just paper clipping it on so that you can take it, you know, to a table and write on it or something, rather than, you could also put photographs there. And then there's the little tag here. I did not stitch around that one, so I'm going to put that aside so I remember to stitch around it, because otherwise I will forget. And then the little hole, I just put it over the lady's face there. I thought that was kind of fun, and have a rusty paper clip. So you do get the rusty stuff on there, but I kind of like all that. So some music paper. This is another clipped on piece. I just thought it'd be better again so that you can take it off and write on it a little bit easier, because it's just a piece of that kids writing paper. And then this is from my Mushroom Christmas digital. And that just goes on there. And that's Watercolor Christmas. This is from TaylorMade Journals. All these backing papers that are the doilies like that are from TaylorMade Journals. Some tea-dyed paper. This is also Victorian Christmas, Christmas 1933. This was just out of a kid's like magazine from, I think it's 1922, I think. But anyway, it was just fun because it's got games and Christmas cards and things like that. And I added those Tim Holtz people. A doily, red, well, it's supposed to be red, it's more pink, but, you know, paper, and 1933, Christmas 1933. And then this little Santa journaling card tucked behind our angel that we made for the Somerset Studio magazine, one of those projects. And then some doodle paper that I made. Tea-dyed paper, and this little bunny. There's no pocket, it's just there was just a title right there, and I thought it would be more fun to have the bunny. And you can write here. And more of the kit paper. This is from Cold Outside. My digital called Cold Outside. And Christmas 1933. And this is Edith Holden. And then this is the little puppy dog we made yesterday for the 50 stack challenge. I tied, why do I always pick the wrong one to pull on and it ties it in a knot? I just tied some red satin ribbon around there. I thought that would be fun for a bow. And then it pops open. I did add an old, well, it's not old, it's from the Tim Holtz, these phrases that he has. He had those vintage style to from little stickers in there, so I added one of those and just some script paper back there, just to have a little something. But I didn't want to cover this all up, this old envelope. I just liked it. So that ties back up, and we have the puppy dog, but I'll tie it later so you don't have to watch me tie it. And more of the kit papers and whatnot. There's that other side of that kids magazine. This is my Mushroom Christmas. That folds out. You can write there. There's also a greeting card, so you can give it to someone, or you can write in it as more of a journaling card. And then this is the Mushroom Christmas digital. And I added one of the little girls from the Kids at Christmas. Victorian Christmas, tea-dyed paper, TaylorMade Journals. That's my Christmas watercolor, or Watercolor Christmas. I can't remember which direction I put that. I think it was Watercolor Christmas. And then the other side of the music paper. More kit papers. This, that's glued on there, so don't try to take that off thinking the paper clip is holding it. So make sure you know that it's glued down this side and across here. I just put the paper clip there because it helps hold the journaling card in that I made to go in there. And then there's the other side of that page. So I did the glitter again, like Nancy did. I love that. And then we made this pocket together for, what's that one for? Oh, yeah, that was a 50 stack challenge as well. Photo was the prompt for that one. And then the second signature starts here. And so kit paper, green dyed paper. This is from a Holly Hobby book that I have. And so it's a vintage book. And then I just love that image of that little guy carrying that cat. It's so stinking cute. And all the ribbons and stuff on the floor. He's wrapping presents. I'm sure the cat was helping. And some pomegranate paper there. And another, that's that same kids magazine. And then here we have, this is one of the cards. I didn't stitch around that one either. From last year's 50 stack challenge when we did the Christmas one. So I'll put that aside to stitch around. This one I'm not going to stitch around because it's got the staples and stuff. But this is 2 tags to make a pocket. And then you just put all kinds of goodies around the outside there. And this was, that's either in the all-in-one Santa journal kit, or I did a freebie last year at Christmas time. Oh, I need to stitch around that. And I can't remember which one, because I used very similar images. This is another winter. There's people sledding here. Some type of magazine. And tailor-made journals, a piece of sheet music. And then we did this one together. I don't think we made the journaling card together, but we made this together. And it's a hidden pocket, so this pulls up. And then you can write on there and on the back. And it's belly band. So then it also has the journaling card there. And those girls from Tim Holtz, they just looked cute with all the snowiness. And some pears. And Norman Rockwell coloring page of Santa. And then there's the center of that signature. And everybody, all the ladies added something to this page, you know, whether it was Tim Holtz people or the kids at Christmas digital. I added Santa. So yeah, super fun. There's the other side of the coloring page. And then we have this pocket. This is one of the, Carol Laws did the faux paint chip, which is fantastic and super fun. I need to make more of those before I forget. This pocket I made, it was either, yeah, I think 2 years ago. A Christmas one, and just added that little cutie pie there. That little boy in the snow. And then this is from the Watercolor Christmas. And this is from the Christmas 1933. And again, the kids, and I forgot to stitch around that one. Wow, I really blew it with the stitching this time. And then here we have our little dangle. This is also glued down. I just liked the paper clips with those. I think that makes them look good. So you can't take that off and move it somewhere else. I just put the paper clips because I liked the way they looked. And these dangles, I had someone ask where I got the dangles. I made the dangles. They're just, this is like measuring tape, old measuring tape, a piece of lace, fabric. This was off of trim that I had that has all these felt leaves. I just added the little tassels on there and then fabric, and this is kind of burlap ribbon with the candy cane stripes on it. So yeah, that's all that those are. And that's the other side of the Christmas magazine. And red paper. And then here we have, this is kind of inspired by my friend Linda at Handmade Iowa, because it's kind of got that grunge look. I just did the torn paper bag, and then she had these really cool pear images that I just loved. And you know, I did the pear paper and the apple paper and all that. So the prompt for this was magazine. So this is a magazine image, these pears right here. And then added, you know, one of the little girls and threads, and just makes me think of Linda because it's grungy. And then the paper bags on the back of these. Tags. And I just shrunk down the papers, and these papers are in the Kids at Christmas kit. So the pears and the pomegranates and the apples. The pomegranates again. And this is the other side of the Holly Hobby. Those cute kids there all looking out at the birds. And then this is the altered envelope that we made together using the number 10 window envelope covers. And I just added a, you know, a pocket. Oh, I flipped that out. A pocket on the back, and this comes out of the pocket. But you could still add a photograph or just do some writing up above here. And then on the other side, we decorated this side together. It's the number 10 window envelope. And then when you flip it open, there's another little tuck pocket right there with Santa. And then what I did is I put it on this green paper. And then I made this, that's that same middle image that we all added something to. So I added the Tim Holtz gentleman with his dog next to the Christmas tree there. And I tuck that back here, and I didn't stitch around that one either. But anyway, when you, after you paper clip it, he stays right there, but I got to stitch around that one. And then we have that tag just in this collage pocket that has all kinds of threads and things stuck on it. And that's it. And then I signed it down here, so it is signed. And I will stitch around all of those and then put them back inside. But I really enjoyed, I mean, this was so much fun. It's almost like I want to make another one, but I have other kits I want to use, so before Christmas gets here. So I will put this stuff all together out of the way, because we are going to do some to from cards. And I know I've already done some to from cards, but I've been inspired to do some different ones. I got to move this all the way over here, because I don't want to lose any of the little pieces to it. So what we're going to do is, I already drew them up just for time's sake. This one I just drew myself, so it's just the string of lights, and then you put to from. And this is all just scraps of watercolor paper. So I did a long skinny house. And then we have a gingerbread man, and we're gonna like paint these or use the alcohol inks, all that. There's just some. I actually saw this one on Creative Cove. She did something kind of like that. These are my stencils. That's what I needed to say. Those are the Christmas Fodder set of 2 stencils is what most of these are. And so this one, you can see I did a bell over here, and then I turned it and did another bell, but I didn't, you know, I had it go behind this first bell. And then I just took some of the berries, put berries, you know, moved my stencil around, did my berries. Then I did the holly leaves. So I didn't do it just like this is here. I moved it around however I want it. So that's another one. And I know that's a big to from, but you know, sometimes you have a big package, and I think they're fine. And then what I thought would be fun is you could make up a whole stack of these and give them as a gift. Don't you think that would be a cute gift? Tied up with some cute yarn or like baker's twine or something like that. So anyhow, we're using the stencils, and some of them, like I said, I drew. So, but we'll start with the bells, and we'll just give them some color and do some kind of our little scribbly sketchies on them and play around, because that's what I feel like doing. Sometimes after I finish a journal, I just need to like play. So, and I've been in the mood. I've been watching, everybody's doing these, so I apologize, because you're probably like, oh great, another thing of to from. But I just thought they would be so fun to do. So I like to wet my watercolors first. This was a gift given to me, and I don't remember the name of it, but I will try to link it in the description box. It's lots of watercolors, and they're not super expensive ones, so don't worry about that. The other thing I need to do is erase this a little bit, because it is a little bit dark, and I'm not going to worry about taping and doing all that. These are really more of a fun thing, but I do think they would be a really nice gift to give, like a church friend or just any friend, or like, I think I'm going to give some to my mother-in-law, because she likes, when I make her, sometimes I make her a stack of handmade greeting cards, that kind of thing, you know. So I thought this would be sort of along those lines, but a little bit different. I'm going to move this over here. So yeah, that's kind of where I was going with it, and I might make another stack for another friend of mine. But anyways, that was the plan. So I hope you guys like that idea. And using the stencils made it easier. You can draw them up however you want to. I'm gonna go ahead and do gold. Oh, silver bells, right? What was I thinking? Lost my mind for a minute. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. I am doing good. I've just been busy. As always, I had to go to the dentist today because I chipped one of my teeth, and luckily the dentist said that it's a very, I mean, and I knew it was a small chip, but I was like, I don't want it to get a cavity or something, you know, if I don't go get it dealt with. So I went, and he said it doesn't need anything done to it. So hallelujah. It was kind of a waste of his time, my time, but I'm not taking a chance because when I was 9, I was in a bicycle accident. My front tire came off of my bike when I was going downhill. And so I knocked out my permanent front tooth. And I have had just a million dental procedures done over my lifetime. I've had surgery on my gums, you know, because of that accident, from the trauma of it and all of that. And so the tooth I chipped is right in the front, but it's a teeny little corner chip. And but that's why I think I get a little bit more overzealous than maybe other people would, because I just have some hang-ups about the dental work thing. I just want to make sure it doesn't end up being a bigger problem than what it started as, right? So anyways, long story, blah blah me, but anyway, I had to go do that, and gotta go get my oil changed in my car, and I keep forgetting to make an appointment to do that. Life is getting in the way of my craft time, is what I have to say about that. That is just not allowed. So as you see, I ended up doing a little bit darker, kind of a almost charcoal, shiny charcoal color, because it was hard to see the other way. And there is, you can like leave a hole in the top of this if you want to, like if you were to hang the bell somehow. So I'm just going to kind of do that. And I probably should have left like a white spot on my bell, but I didn't, because I wasn't thinking, I was blabbing. So I'm going to lift just a little bit of that so that we get back to that little bit lighter under there color, but it's all outlined. So I'm going to do the other one the same way. But yeah, I just have lots to do. Yesterday I had a fun day. I went with my daughter and my mother-in-law to lunch, and then we went and they got some shoes, and I got my husband some shoes at the mall. And then my daughter and I went to Barnes & Noble and had a blast because we're goofballs. And that's what we do. It's really fun to have adult kids, I'm gonna say. I mean, I'm sad because they're not hardly here, but I do have just the best time in the world with the two of them. I mean, Theron wasn't with us, but when he is, or if I just go do something and hang out with him, then that's also fun. It's just, they're just a lot of fun. We laugh, and Aiden, she used to love, I don't know if you guys are familiar at all. If you're not and you have grandchildren, especially granddaughters, look up Calico Critters. You can get them at Barnes & Noble, but you can also get them online. They are the cutest little, they're like animals. Like, she got giraffes yesterday. Because that was always her favorite animal growing up, were giraffes, because we used to sort of joke that she was like a giraffe, because she's very, very tall, and she's just very long legs, long arms. She's just long. And so that was kind of her totem animal. And she never had giraffes in the Calico Critters when she was little, but we saw him yesterday at Barnes & Noble, and she was hilarious. She had to buy him. She's such a goof. I love her. But the two of us in that aisle going and giggling and being ridiculous. I don't know, but it was fun. We have too much fun together. And finding Christmas presents, so that was a bonus to get some of that done. It was good to see my mother-in-law and have lunch with her and have a chat. No boys allowed. So yeah, it was just a good weekend. Just felt like it flew by though. Like I missed the whole thing. It was over before I knew it. Which happens. I'm gonna just kind of take a little bit away. That one, it all ended up almost being the same color after all of that, but that's okay. So I'm assuming that one will also dry much lighter than what it is right now. And we need to do the little, what are those things called? The things that make the sound. I don't know what they're called. I don't remember. I know I've heard it. Clappers. The clappers. Thank you for whoever was yelling at me. So I'm doing them the darker gray color. And you can leave some white spots if you want. Need my paper towel. I got water up here. And we went to a restaurant. We had, my daughter and I both had curry chicken soup. Oh my gosh, it was so good. So good. And it was the perfect day because when I woke up yesterday morning, it was snowing. Our first snow of the season. And I was not happy about it. My husband's like, you might want to get up and look out the window. I'm like, no, I don't want to. I'm not a huge fan. Sorry. I mean, I get it's beautiful. There's no doubt about that. Especially if you can stay home. Like, I appreciate the beauty of it, but I don't like driving in it, and I don't like shoveling it. Luckily, it warmed up a lot in the afternoon, so we never ended up having to shovel any, but I wasn't super thrilled, let me tell you. But I left and was like, if you have to shovel, shovel. Because I'm usually the one that's stuck here by myself having to shovel. So he was getting the chore this time. Just gotta kind of get in that spot a little bit better. Okay. Then we'll do, I think, the leaves, because I don't want to do anything that's right up next to the bells, because that will bleed red into there, and I don't want that. I don't know what these colors are, so I apologize. Somewhere I have a little thing that tells me, but you can use any watercolors in whatever colors that you like. You can even use, what was also fun and I thought about doing is the Tim Holtz Distress Oxides. They also are fabulous for kind of watercoloring because they give you a kind of a cool effect. I may not get very many of these done. That's why I wanted to show you a bunch of different ones, because this is a slow process, especially with me. And I might not get very many done, but I thought I could come back and do more tomorrow if it's something you guys are wanting me to do. know everybody usually likes to see the finished, and I get that because I do too. Otherwise, it's just not as fun. But those stencils do work very well for, you know, making different things. If you're not into doodling yourself, I think that that is a super good way of making some. If you like to doodle, then just take your watercolor paper and doodle some up. Leave a little space around those. They are a lot deeper in green, but that's okay. Doesn't have to be the scientific illustration, right? Just some kind of green works. And then I will go back around them with some black ink as well. Yeah, Barnes & Noble really has, I haven't been there in years. That's how great I am. But my daughter goes a lot because she's a total book addict. But she just recovered some Hunger Games. She had the paperbacks, Hunger Games paperbacks, and they were all ratty because she's had them since middle school, I think. And so we got her a Cricut for Christmas, and yes, I know, she already has it. We gave it to her already because my husband got a subscription with it, and you only have 30 days to use it. So I was like, just let her have it. So she's been playing with that. She's going to make all her Christmas gifts, she said. So, but anyway, what she's been working on most is these Hunger Game books, and oh my gosh, they are coming out so cool. Super cool. She did the foiling on them and everything. They're really neat. She's more precise type, like everything has to be just so type person than I am. And so she did an excellent job recovering the books and everything. They look great. She's like, I definitely learned some things. It's like, yeah, that's the way journal making is too. You definitely learn some things every time. Every time. No matter how many times you've done it. But she had a lot of fun. Oh, but what I was saying about Barnes & Noble is there are, like, if you don't go there and you can't think of a gift for somebody, go there. Because, wow, I found some great things and good ideas for people that are hard for me to buy for. And if nothing else, just get them a gift card because, wow, they got everything in there. It's crazy. I mean, I used to go, but it was mostly just books when I went years ago. I do remember they had music too, so I guess that's not totally true, but it's a very cool store. Especially if you like books. But they've got Legos, they've got puzzles, they've got everything you can imagine. They have calico critters. Aiden's like, nobody will even question it. They'll just think I'm buying a gift for a child. It's like, you are a child, you silly. She's funny. I got the red on there. Yeah, this is a little tedious, I do admit. I admit it. Guess you wouldn't want to make a million, but you know, I'm gonna just make a nice gift, and it's not gonna cost me $1 million, because a lot of people on our list, they don't need anything, so they can, you know, make a nice homemade gift for them would be better. Oh, that was dumb, Amy. Why'd I do that? I knew that would happen. Well, I didn't think it would happen quite that bad, but it's the only problem with doing the videoing thing. I could move on to some other one and let that dry and then fix it, which I think I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna set this aside to dry, and then I will revisit, because we are almost done with that one. But let's do maybe a little easier one, like this little one here. And I'm gonna do the same thing where I erase. I've got some leftovers from where I goofed up. And I know you're like, why did you draw it and then you're erasing it? But I wanted you guys to be able to see what I drew, and I can still see it. It's enough of it's there that, but that way you don't see all the pencil lines through your watercolor, because that's not a great look. So mostly I did that so that you guys could see what in the world I was talking about. Because if I had just erased it, it would be a real bummer. If you guys don't watch The Creative Cove and you like this kind of thing, I would definitely go watch The Creative Cove, because she is phenomenal. She's very, very talented. I mean, she can just draw anything, paint anything on a whim. That's sort of her thing. That's what she likes to do. She makes like her own journal cards and things like that. Just does it. And they're great. So, and she likes, if you like all the nature styles and things like that, she does a lot of that stuff. It's beautiful. She's very good. And you can see I'm not filling these in entirely. That's on purpose, because I like the look. So yes, this one I did steal from her, because I wanted something long and skinny, you know. And none of the stencils really, there was anything that would work like that. I ordered some white gel pens, because mine are all on their last legs, like they barely do anything. And so they aren't going to be here until tomorrow or the next day. That's why I'm thinking of doing another day of this, because some of this stuff I'm not going to be able to do till I get those. But I don't know if you guys are bored of it. Let me know and I'll figure out something else to do. You're usually pretty awesome about letting me do my crazy whatever. But you may have watched a lot of the other ladies do this and you're sick of it, so. I try not to duplicate too much, because I know we all get on the same kicks sometimes. And other times, not at all, not even remotely. So it's always interesting. To see what the thing is. Okay, that I'm probably going to have to set aside and let dry too. But I'll bring it up closer, because I know it's hard to see. I guess I should come in closer so you guys can see better, huh? Oh my gosh, it's already been 40 minutes, y'all. Oh my gosh. Wow, this one took me forever, didn't it? I really would like to get one all the way done. I think I will pause, get this one done, and then I'll come back and do the drawing around it so you can see that. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. They're dry. All I did was go over the berry again, let it dry, and then fixed the bell. And then this one I went ahead and painted the berries as well. That one I forgot to leave a white spot, so we will deal with that in a minute. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come in a little closer, which I should have done from the start, but you know, sometimes. So I'm just going to go around these, and I am not going to connect my lines 100% because I like that look. If you like it more, you know, all connected and stuff, then do that. This is just the way I like to do it. And then we can also do like a line on that. It just gives it more definition, because watercolor, I mean, you can get very technical about it and do lots of layers and all kinds of things to get more detail, but I am not. I am merely me, and not that great at that, so. But I love watercoloring. I find it very relaxing. And then we'll do our berries. I can't believe how long this took me. Well, I can, because I'm not very fast at watercolor. I want them to be nice if they're going to be a gift, right? Some of my other stuff I get a little more sloppy, but... I will say the stencils make this much easier. I was trying to draw some of these last night freehand, and I did get some cute things that we might be visiting as the season progresses, but bells aren't my thing, I guess, because I could not get them to look right. So the stencil made it like a million times easier. So if you have the stencil, you'll be in like Flynn. That's what my dad used to say. Okay, did I get, oh, this up here. I think that's all the things. And then we're gonna take the white. The white I do have anyway, which is just this big fatty one that works. None of my other ones work. I'm not very happy with Posca on that because they're not cheap, and the two thin ones I bought are already garbage. So yeah, that does not really make me happy. And I'm just gonna add some to these white spots that are here. Just cause I want to. Oh, see, that's why I don't like the fat one. Yeah, I'll have to go back over that with the watercolor. I'm not going to mess with that a whole lot because I'm just making a mess, a bigger mess. Okay, I'm going to let that dry. Then I have a brown fine liner. This one's really fine, but I just want to put a little bit of brown in the stem part and maybe the little berry areas. Don't have to do this at all. Trying to put some lines on my leaves. I did go around that one, but I'll probably go back around them in black, so I don't really need to do that in brown. I just really wanted the brown on the stem more than anything. Okay, and then I'm going to do the black again, because you can see it a little bit better. Well, it's a thicker pen. Point. This is just a Sharpie, not a micron. I'm sure you can see that. My hands are really shaky today. Not that they're not usually, but they feel extra shaky. It's probably because I'm trying to do something. Every time I try to draw, that's always an interesting time. Oh, I didn't do those leaves with the lines. Draw. The outlining just kind of gives you another layer. You know, it's not something that's necessary. You can totally do it without it, but you'll probably see that it does kind of add something to it. And then I'm going to attempt to use this crazy pen again. Hope that it does better, because then I can add another little dot on that one. I don't know how I did that, but I did. I'm not messing with the leaves anymore. And then we're going to do some splatters. And I'll use my watercolors. You can go around the edges, like, let's do a little bit of this. This is candied apple. Eee. These could also be obviously card toppers, you know, or journal toppers or journaling cards. It's just, I kind of thought this stack of 2 from cards would be a nice gift. So kind of a little gift idea for you. Stocking stuffer. And you can make smaller ones if you want to. If you're, oh, I can't believe I did that. If you are going to doodle yourself, you could obviously make them smaller. But with the journal, not the journal. I can't think what I'm doing. I'm trying to think of how to fix that. Oh my gosh. With the 2 froms, you know, you might want them a little bit smaller, but with the stencils, you're not going to be able to get them a whole lot smaller, because, I mean, if I'd have used just one, I could have done a smaller card there, but I decided to do 2. I don't know what color I want to do. I think I'm going to do red on that one, since I bungled it up like I did. Because I'm good like that. Should probably move that. Okay, and then I don't know what color I want to do on these. Kind of like the red. Maybe I will do the red on that one too. It looks nice. I'll get those dry just a second. Okay, I'm back. And then the last thing we got to do, oh, you know what else? Yeah. If I had a brain. We have to put 2 from on there, right? And then down here we'll do from. And you can put it on the back too if you're like, oh, I don't have any more room or something. this one, I think I will go 2, and then down here, just so you've got a little room for a name, right? Some like yarn or whatever you have. I think that, what do you call that stuff? Baker's twine would be super cute. I just couldn't, I don't know where mine's at. I mean, I know basically, but this was right at hand, so I grabbed it, which I think it works just fine. And just tie a knot at the top, if you can. I mean, obviously, if you're making your own, you can just tie them onto the package with whatever you use to make your ribbon out of or whatever. Why am I struggling with this so much? Goodness, because it's coming all undone. Okay, I want a little more red with this other one. It'll get used for something. I'm not worried about it. I made pom-poms one year out of this yarn for packages, which is fun. All right, and then you do a whole stack of them. You could tie them up. You could even make a cute little envelope for them to go into. But yeah, I think that's a fun little gift. I wouldn't mind getting that. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I hope you liked the journal, and I will chat with you again soon. Love ya. Bye.